Yes. Welcome to Career Training Solutions and myself Mohan Rajamani. If you are preparing for your Cognizant GenC examination, you must watch this video because in this video we are not only going to discuss previous year model questions but also some strategies related to cracking your Cognizant GenC examination. I believe probably you've gone through the syllabus of your Cognizant GenC online assessment. So you totally have two rounds, so which is listed here. So in round one, you will be having your default numerical ability, reasoning ability, and verbal ability. Usually, we will be writing examination of Cognizant GenC in the platform called AMCAT or Metal. So these two platforms are frequently used by Cognizant. Now, if you take Metal as well as AMCAT, you will be getting more arithmetic level questions. So arithmetic level questions in the sense you will be getting a lot of questions from permutation, combination, and time and work, time, speed and distance, pipes and cisterns, problems based on logarithms, problem based on certain indices. So these topics are really important in your numerical ability. When it comes to your reasoning ability, so this time they made a small change. So there is a talk that in reasoning ability we may have data interpretation. So in numerical, reasoning and verbal, in all these three parts, you will definitely get difficult level questions only in reasoning ability, because the total time is 35 minutes. I mean, the total time is 45 minutes for reasoning ability and the total number of questions is 35 minutes. So you can expect some difficult level questions. So comparing to other parts, so ratio of time and total number of topics is high only in reasoning ability. So you can expect only difficult level of questions in this reasoning part. And for verbal, you will be getting only moderate level questions. So you have 20 minutes and totally 20 questions. So it is very easy to crack, right? And round one and round two, see, in round two, you will get communication assessment, right? So communication assessment is something different this time. So like your IELTS examination, your reading, writing, and speaking ability will be tested in this communication assessment. But in this communication assessment, you have something called reading and grammar. So if you are strong in grammatical errors, definitely you can crack this round two. And you have something called comprehension, right? So they give you some passage and you have to read it, and they might ask you to find what is the theme, and they give you some. So if you have much time, you can watch some English movies. But if you don't have much time, so what you can do, you can make yourself thorough with the grammatical errors. So in parts of speech, right? So you have pronoun and pronoun agreement, subject verb agreement, article. So you can expect questions from that. Okay. As well as you have listening ability. So they might give you some podcasting. Okay, so they give you some audio, you have to hear it. From that they will ask you questions A, B, C, D, right? So you have to choose it. So it is also an MCQ kind of question. So in communication assessment, it is completely deal with your personality. See, when I speak to my student who is working as an HR in Cognizant, he said this time the process is completely different. They are looking for the candidates who could directly communicate with the client. So if you have a strong intrapersonal skill, right, as well as if you have a good analytical skill, then definitely you can crack your round one and round two. And don't worry, obviously I'm here to help you out. I'm having lot of hints, synapses, and strategies for you guys to crack your Cognizant GenC examination. For that, you have to stay connected with me till end of this video, because I have a lot of gifts for you in this video. Okay, now I have some questions, so we can start solving some questions. Okay, then we can discuss how to crack Cognizant GenC. So I will tell you the last mile preparation strategies. So here we have some questions on numerical ability. Now, if log 7 to the base 10 equal to a, then log 1 by 70 to the base 10 equal to what? So how can we solve this problem? Okay, we don't want to waste any time. I believe you already gone through all the basic concepts of logarithms and arithmetic topics. So here we can just solve the problem. So you want to find this value, right? So now you can look at the structure. So this is in the format of log a by b. So what is log a by b? You can write it as log a minus log b, right? So you have to know the principles, the formulas of logarithms. So this can be written as what? Log 1 by 70 can be written as log 1 minus log 70, right? Now at the base you have to write it as 10, right? So if you have log a by b to the base m, you have to write it as log a to the base m and log b to the base m. So we have to write like this. Now what is the value of log 1? So log 1 value is always 0, right? So it is 0 minus, now log 70 can be written as 7 into 10, right? So 7 into 10 to the base 10. Now look at this. This is in the format of log a into b. So how you can write log a into b? So log a plus log b, right? Now you can write it as minus log 7 to the base 10 plus log 10 to the base 10. Now we know log a to the base a value is equivalent to 1. Obviously log 10 value is also 1, right? So log 10 to the base 10 value is 1 plus what is log 7 to the base 10? So that is given here, which is a. So you can write it as a. So it is minus a plus 1. So that can be rewritten as minus 1 plus a. So answer for this question is A. See, this kind of questions are really popular in your Cognizant examination. You can expect this kind of questions only. Okay, now moving to next question. So this is an arithmetic question based on the concept of areas. A room is planned to construct with certain dimensions initially. Instead, they constructed with the dimensions 10%, 20%, and 50% more than planned. The room is assumed to be in the shape of cuboid. Then how more it can hold in the terms of percentage. So you want to find the volume, right? So this question is based on volume actually. Now the room is in the shape of cuboid, right? Then what is the volume of a cuboid? So volume of a cuboid is L into B into H, right? So length into breadth into height is nothing but volume of the cuboid. Now you don't know anything about length, breadth, and height here. Now it is given length is increased by 10%, breadth is increased by 20%, and height is increased by 50%. So because it is given dimensions, right? So dimensions means LBH only, right? So length is increased by 10% and breadth is increased by 20% and height is increased by 50%. You don't want to use the formula, right? So you don't want to keep any variable. See, to solve any problems related to Cognizant, you have to assume a value and try to solve it, right? So most of the questions in Cognizant will be based on the arithmetic only. So based on numbers only. So we can take a length of this cuboid as, let's say we can take it as 30 and breadth can be taken as 20 and height can be taken as 10. You can take any value, right? 30, 20, 10 or 20, 30, 10 or anything. You can take any value, you will get the answer. So this is the initial dimension. Okay. So what is 30 into 20 into 10? So 30 into 20 into 10, you get 600, right? So 600 cubic units is the volume of the cuboid initially. So after increasing, what is the length? So you are increasing the length by 10%. So this is actually 100%. If you increase this by 10%, your new length is 33. And you are increasing the breadth by 20%. Initially, the breadth is 20. If you increase by 20%, so what is 10%? 2. 20%? 4. So you have to increase 4 here. So breadth is increased by 4. That is 20%. And height is increased by 50%. So initially the height is 10. Now, if you increase by 50%, it will increase 5, right? So it is 15 now. So 33 into 24 into 15. So that is your new volume, right? Now 33 into 24. So if I multiply 33 into 24, 4 3s are 12, 1, 4 3s are 12 plus 6, 18 plus 1, 19, carry over 1, it is 792, right? So 792 into 15, we have to multiply with 15. So if you want to multiply a number with 15, you can multiply with 10 plus 5, right? So 792 into 10 plus 5. So you get 7920. And if you want to multiply this by 5, just reduce it to half. So it is 3 times, 9 times, 6 times 0. So just add it, you get the answer. So 8, 18, 1, you get how much? It is 11880. So what is your new volume? 11880 cubic units. Now, what is your question? Then how much more it can hold in terms of percentage? So initially its capacity is only 6000 cubic units. Now it is 11,880. So how many cubic units extra? So just subtract it. So if you subtract, you get 5,880 cubic units. So initially it held only 6,000 units. Now it is holding 5,880 units extra. So this is how many percentage? So 5,880 divided by 6,000 into 100, right? So comparing to your older volume, your new volume is 5,880 extra. So you have to find this is how many percentage. So cancel it. So it is how many times? 9 times. So 9 times 54, carry over 4, 6 8s are 48. So it is 98% higher. So answer for this question is what? 98% higher. So this kind of questions are really popular. Problems based on cube, cuboid, square, circle. So this kind of questions are really important. So please look at the properties of this structure. Okay, now moving to third question. A bacteria gives birth to 2 new bacteria in each second, and the lifespan of each bacteria is only 5 seconds. The process of reproduction is continuous until the death of the bacteria. Initially, there is only newborn bacteria at the time t equal to 0. Then find the total number of live bacteria just after 10 seconds. So total time is 10 seconds. See, at the time t0, right? So at the time t0, we had only how many bacteria? We had only one newborn bacteria. We had only one newborn bacteria. If you take time 1, that is in first second, it will give birth to 2 bacteria, right? So we had only one bacteria in t0. In time t1, we have how many more bacteria? So it will give birth to 2 more bacteria, and totally we have 1, 2, 3 bacteria, right? So in time 0, we had only one bacteria. In time 1, we have only 3 bacteria. Now if you take time 2, right, so we will have how many bacteria? So I will change the color for your understanding. Okay, so this bacteria will give birth to 2 bacteria, and this bacteria will give birth to 2 bacteria, as well as we have this bacteria. So this will also give birth to 2 bacteria. Now look at this, we have how many bacteria? So we have 3 bacteria, and here we have 3 bacteria, and here we have 3 bacteria. It's bacteria. Yeah. So totally how many bacteria we have? So it is 9 bacteria. So in simple, I can say it is 3 power 2, right? Now, if you take in t3 seconds, so each bacteria will give birth to how many more bacteria? So it is 2 bacteria, right? So it will give birth to 2 bacteria. And this will also give birth to 2 bacteria, and this will also give birth to 2 bacteria, and this will also give birth to 2 bacteria. So in simple, if you count it, you will get how much? So totally 27 bacteria. That is 3 power 3. Yeah. So in t0 second, we had only one bacteria. In first second, we have 3 power 1 bacteria. In second, we have 3 power 2 bacteria. In third second, we have 3 power 3 bacteria. So in 10th second, we will have how many bacteria in total? It is 3 power 10 bacteria, but each bacteria will die in 5 seconds, right? So till time t5, we had some bacteria. So totally we had how many bacteria? 3 power 5 bacteria. So all these 3 power 5 bacteria will die. Yes, because in t power 10 seconds, we have 3 power 10 bacteria. Now in t5th second, we have 3 power 5 bacteria. All these bacteria will die in 5th second, right? Now what we can do, it is 3 power 10, the total number of bacteria at 10th second, and you have to subtract the total number of bacteria during t5th second. So it is 3 power 5. Now we can take 3 power 5 outside. So if you take 3 power 5 outside, this 3 power 10 will become 3 power 5, because a power m into a power n is a power m plus n. So it is 3 power 5 into 3 power 5, and this 3 power 5 will become 1. Now what is 3 power 5? So 3 power 5 is 243. So 243 into 3 power 5 minus 1. Now answer for this question is option C, 243 into 3 power 5 minus 1. So this kind of questions are highly logical. You can expect this kind of questions. Okay, so please keep on practicing. And this question was asked in CTS, but with a different number. I believe you are clear. Now moving to next question. In how many different ways can an examination papers be arranged in a row so that the best and worst papers never come together? So totally we have 8 examination papers, right? So we totally have 8 examination papers, and you have to arrange these 8 examination papers where the best and the worst papers should not be together. Now we have 8 papers, and you have to arrange these 8 papers in the row. Now the best and the worst papers should not be together. Now if you want to arrange all these 8 papers, in how many ways we could arrange? In 8 factorial ways you could arrange, right? So if you have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, so these 8 papers will be arranged in 8 factorial ways. So total number of ways of arranging these 8 papers is 8 factorial. Now, if you want to arrange the best and the worst paper together, right? So I try to arrange this best and worst paper together. In how many ways I can arrange? So in how many ways I could arrange this best and worst together? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And best and worst are 1 unit, because it have to be together, right? So this will be arranged in 7 factorial ways, as well as this best and worst paper will change its position. So these will be arranged between themselves in 2 factorial ways. So total number of ways of arranging these 8 papers is 8 factorial. Out of that, this best and worst will come together in 7 factorial into 2 factorial ways. But what you want is it should not come together. So just subtract it. So 8 factorial is what? So we know 7 factorial is 5040. So 8 factorial is, I have to multiply this by 8, right? So 4 8s are 32. So it is 40320. So 8 factorial value is 40320 minus what is 7 factorial? 5040. 5040 into 2, how much you get? 11080. So 7 factorial is 5040 and 2 factorial is 2. So 5040 into 2, you get, I think it is 10080. Right? Now we have to subtract this 40320 minus 10080. Now subtract it, you get 4 and this is 203. So 3020240 ways you can arrange these 8 examination papers where the best and worst will never come together. So answer for this question is option B. I believe you are clear, right? Now moving to next question. Which of this is greater? So this kind of questions are really popular, very important, but by looking these questions, we might not get any idea during the examination hall, but solving this question is very simple, conceptual. Now see, if I ask you which is greater, let's say 300 power 3 or 3 power 300, which is greater? Or we can take some other different numbers. So 1300 power 13 or 13 power 1300. Okay, so which is greater? Now see, always the number with the lowest base and highest power is greater. So this is greater, right? And if you have 12 power 482 and 482 power 12, which is greater? 12 power 482 is greater. So the number with lowest base and highest power is greater. Now look at this, option A, option B, and option C, option D. So which is the lowest base here? So lowest base is 50, right? So 200, 300, 150, right? So this is 50. 50 is logically greater, right? Now look at the highest. I mean, 50 is lower, right? So this is the lowest base. Now look at the highest power. Which is highest power? 300 or 200 or 400 or 500? 500 is higher. So obviously, which is greater? 50 power 500 is greater, right? So always the number with lowest base and highest power is the greater number. So you have to keep it in your mind. So if you get this kind of question, just you can click the answer just like that. You don't want to waste time, right? You don't want to solve it numerically. I believe you understood it. So answer for this question is 50 power 500. This is very simple. Now moving to next question. If 5 men can paint a room 50 meter long and what is that? 6 meter high, 13 meter wide, working 10 hours per day in 6 days, then how many days of 9 hours each will 10 men need to paint a room 40 meter long, 7 meter high, and 10 meter wide, assuming all the walls and ceiling are painted, leaving the floor? So this question is based on time and work. This model question, this concept based question are really important. So this concept work on the principle of what? M1 men working for D1 days, each day working for H1 hours to complete W unit of work, which is equivalent to M2 men working for D2 days working H2 hours to complete W unit of work. So here we have 5 men, right? So 5 men working for how many days? 6 days. And each day they are working for 10 hours to complete painting, right? And they have to paint in the following way. So they have to paint all the 4 walls and the ceiling, leaving the floor, right? So if you have a room like this, so length, breadth, and height. This is length and this is breadth and this one is height. Length, breadth, and height. So he want to paint all the 6 sides, but leaving the floor. So he don't want to paint the floor. See, the top region is nothing but length into breadth, right? So this is length and this is breadth. So length into breadth he want to paint. So this is the ceiling, right? And if we want to paint this area, this is length into height, right? So this is front side of the room, and back side of the room you have another length into height. And if you look at this adjacent area, this is what? Breadth into height. So on right hand side you have breadth into height, on left hand side also you have breadth into height, right? So it is actually an adaptive test. So when you take examination in AMCAT, it is an adaptive test. You will be getting next level of questions when you solve the first level of question correctly, accurately. So this kind of questions are little difficult kind of questions, but actually you could solve it, but this will consume time. So if you have efficiency, definitely you could solve this question in less than a minute. Okay, now see, we know the length is 50 meter, and what is the breadth? So breadth is width here, so it is 13 centimeter. And what is the height? Height is 6 meter. So here you have to consider only one LB, so you have to skip another LB, so that is the floor, right? So you have to leave the floor, but you have to paint all the 4 walls as well as the ceiling. So that means, so we know the total surface area of the cuboid is 2LB plus BH plus LH, but here you have to consider only one LB, right? So what you can do, you can add only one LB outside, and rest of them is 2BH plus LH. So what is length here? 50 into what is the breadth? Breadth is 13 plus, so 2 into what is the breadth? Breadth is 13 and height is what? 6 plus length is 50 and height is 6. So this is equivalent to M2 number of men. So we have 10 men in the second case. And yeah, what we have to find? So they have to work for how many days? So how many days they have to work? Each day they are working for how many hours? 9 hours to paint the room of length 40 meter, breadth 10 meter, and height 7 meter. So here also you have to apply the same thing, right? So length into breadth. So that is 40 into 10 plus 2 into breadth into height. So it is 10 into 7 plus length into height. So that is 40 into 7. Now you have to solve this to get the answer. So 10 can be cancelled. So in third table it is 2 times, in third table it is 3 times. Now 5 divided by what is 50 into 13. 5 into 13 is 65. So it is 615 plus 13 into 6. What is 13 into 6? So 6 3s are 18, 1, and it is 6 3s are 18, and it is 78 plus 5 into 6 is 30. So it is 300. So it is 378 into 2. What is 378 into 2? So it is 16,756. Is that correct? Yeah, it is correct. Equivalent to 3 into question mark divided by 40 into 10 is 400 plus 2 into 10 into 770 plus 40 into 7 is 280. So 280 into 7, plus 70, you get how much? 350. 350 into 2 is 700. Yeah, so we have to solve this now. So 650 plus 756, how much we get? 1406. So 5 divided by 1406 equivalent to 3 divided by 1100. So we have to cross multiply this. So if you cross multiply, you get 5500 divided by 3 into 1406, we get 6 3s are 18, and 14 into 3 we get 4 3s are 12, 14218, right? So question mark equal to this value. Now we have to solve this, right? Am I right? 18 1 and 12 1, so it's 4218. Yeah, it's correct. So 5500. Okay, we can cancel this as well. So if you cancel this in in second table, we can do it in second table. So it is 2 times and carry over 1, 7 times 50, and we can cancel this as well. So it is 2 times and this is 1 times 0 9. So if we solve this, I think we made some mistake. Yes, so the mistake is, so it is 5 into 2, 10, right? So it should be 10 and this should be 10. So it is what? 11100. I am very much sorry for wasting your time. It is 11100. 11100. Now if you cancel this in second table, you get 5500. Yeah, so we can solve this. 5500 divided by 2109. So it is 2 times. So it is 18, and 2 into 21 you get 42. So we can solve this. So it is 2 times 9 minus 1 is 8, and 4 it is 2, and it is 1282. So 1282 is lesser than this 2109. So we can keep a decimal, and it is 6 times, right? So 6 into 9 is 18. 6 into 1 is 6. 6 into 2 is 12. So we have to add a 0. So it is 12. So you get 12820 minus 12618. I think this is sufficient because the only answer with the decimal 2 point something is 2.6 here, right? So answer is 2.6 and this is your answer. So you will be getting in adaptive test, you will be getting the next level of questions, some high level of questions, right? So this will be of that kind, right? So you have to solve it accurately so that you will be getting high marks in adaptive examination. I believe you understood how to solve this problem. Now moving to next question. Okay, now before solving this question, see, we have a package called Cognizant GenC package. So it is exclusively for candidates preparing for your GenC examination. So it covers both round 1 and round 2, right? So it covers numerical ability, reasoning and analytical ability, as well as verbal ability, so which is your round 1. And in round 2, you have your communication assessment. So here the basic hints of your grammar and comprehension and written skills are given by our master trainer. So this is definitely helpful for you. So for the benefit of students, we have fixed the minimal cost, which is 125 rupees. So which is lesser than, cost of purchasing a ticket of your favorite actor, right? So it is only 125 rupees. And so this package is valid for 5 days from the date of purchase, right? So if you are preparing for last minute, definitely this could give you a hand and help you to clear your GenC examination with high marks, right? So our suggestion is purchase this package so you could access in your mobile phone, right? So in your Android mobile phone, definitely it is helpful for you. So we have included the link in description. Just have a look at it. Now there are 3 pipes A, B and C which can fill the tank in 10 minutes, 20 minutes and 50 minutes respectively. How much time would it take to fill the tank when all the 3 pipes are open simultaneously? So the question based on pipes and cisterns. So pipe A can fill the tank in 10 minutes and a pipe B can fill the tank in 20 minutes and a pipe C can fill the tank in 15 minutes. So we don't know what is the total capacity of the tank. So can we take the total capacity of the tank as the LCM of 10, 20 and 50? What is the LCM of 10, 20 and 50? 100. So we can take the total capacity of the tank as 100 units. Now pipe A will fill the tank 100 units in 10 minutes. So in 1 minute, pipe A will fill how many units? 10 units. Then pipe B will fill how many units? 100 by 20. So it will fill 5 units per minute. And pipe C will fill how many units? 100 by 50, 2 units per minute. Now our question is, how much time would it take to fill the tank when all the 3 pipes are open simultaneously? When you open pipe A, B and C, it will fill how many units? 17 units in 1 minute. And it have to fill how many units? 100 units. So it will take how much time? 100 by 17. So it is 5 times 5 into 7, 35, carry over 3 and it is 85 and you have 15, right? So 15 is lesser than 17. Now look at the option. Options are given in mixed fraction, right? So mixed fraction means you have to bring this 5 here, 17 will go to bottom and 15 will go to top. So that is 5, 15 divided by 17 minutes. So answer for this question is option B, 5, 15 divided by 17 minutes. Hope you are clear. Now moving to next question. A sum of money was invested at simple interest at a certain rate for 3 years. Had it been invested at a 4% higher rate, it would have fetched rupees 480 more. Find the principal. See, very simple question. You don't want to put these values in formula. Now we can take the interest rate is X percentage, right? And we are leaving this principal amount with this interest rate for 3 years. Right? So we are leaving it for 3 years and we will get some interest, right? Now, instead of this X percentage, if you fix X plus 4%, X plus 4%, you will get how much interest extra? So if you get interest I here, you will get interest I plus 480 because of this 4% extra interest, right? Now, you are leaving this 4% interest for how many years? 3 years, right? So 4 into 3, you will get 12% extra, right? So here if it is X into 3, 3X percentage, here it is X plus 4 into 3%. So you get 4 into 3, 12% extra comparing to this first case. So this 12% interest creates 480 rupees extra amount. So 12% is 480. Now what you have to find the principal amount? So principal amount is always how many percentage? 100%. So 100% equal to X. Now cross multiply, you get the answer. So 12 into 4 is 48. So 40 into 100 is 4,000. So answer for this question is what? 4,000 rupees. It is very simple, right? So what people usually do, they will try to put these values in formula, PNR by 100. right? So PNR by 100. So initially the principal amount is P, and what is the new, what is the number of years? 3, and what is the rate of interest? R, and divided by 100. Now it is how much? P into number of years is 3 and rate of interest is R plus 4 divided by 100 equal to 480. So if you solve this, you will get the same answer, right? But you don't want to waste much time like this. So simply look at the difference. So for 1 year, if you get 4% higher interest, for 3 years, you will be getting 12% higher interest. And the 12% interest is equivalent to 480. Then what is 100%? That is your principal. 100% is 4,000, right? It's that much easy. Now moving to next question. Okay, so we are at end of the session, right? So there is no next question. So already we spoke sufficient about our GenC package, CTS GenC package. So it is a 10 hours preparatory last mile course. So till now we have trained around 10,000 plus students for placements, and we have around 9,000 plus benefited students, right? And in last year we trained students exclusively for GenC, right? So CTS GenC. So many of them got clear their CTS GenC examination, and now at this year we made that as a complete package. For your benefit, we fixed the price 125 rupees, and we suggest you to purchase this package and utilize it. So if it could change your life, why don't you purchase it, right? So if you are preparing for your GenC, CTS GenC, from my heart, I am wishing you all the very best. Clear your examination with confidence and good scores. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.